Seniors, I am begging you. Please listen to a doctor who has spent his life in clinics on Okinawa, watching grandparents lose strength one small step at a time. You are lucky I can speak English today, because I have just reviewed the latest local research in my town, and I cannot stay quiet. The problem is bigger than you think. $1 trillion health market profits from the idea that walking alone will save seniors. Supplements, gadgets, expensive therapies, export deals worth billions, even paid influencers whispering, just keep walking, while real solutions gather dust. I see the result in hospital rooms. Hips broken, confidence shattered, lives narrowed to chairs and careful routes. Walking is safe, yes, but it is not enough to rebuild the muscles that stop falls, protect joints, and keep you independent. Surgeons and therapists in Okinawa are now urging the same thing I am begging you to hear. 5 specific, simple exercises, done correctly and consistently, do more to restore leg strength after 60 hours of strolling. They retrain balance, reboot core control, and rebuild the big muscle fibers that walking barely touches. I've seen older patients rebound with these moves. I've read the scans and the local trials. I've seen insurance companies sweat when results show fewer falls. Tonight, I will show you those 5 exercises, ranked from number 5 to number 1. Please, do not let a market decide how you age. Let science and simple action give you back your steps. Wait until you see number 3. The research my team found in Okinawa left even us surprised at how quickly strength returned. References for every study and claim are listed in the description below. But before we dive in, let me ask you something. How old are you and where are you watching from? Tell me in the comments. We don't just skim through them. We read and reply to every single one, because your stories inspire others to act. Now, without any further ado, let's start with number 5, the exercise that rebuilds the very muscles you use every single time you stand up. And yet, almost no senior does it consistently. Number 5. Chair squats, rebuilding the foundation of strength. If there is one exercise surgeons wished every senior over 60 would do nightly, it's the chair squat. Why? Because this movement trains the most important muscle groups for independence, the quadriceps, hamstrings, and glutes. These muscles aren't just for sports. They're the very ones you use when standing up from a chair, climbing stairs, or getting in and out of the car. When they weaken, seniors stop moving not because of pain, but because they literally can't get up. That's why surgeons often say chair squats are more powerful than walking, because walking doesn't rebuild these deep strength reserves. Science proves it. A study in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research tested older adults who performed chair squats 3 times per week for 8 weeks. The results were staggering. Participants improved leg power by 41%, and even their balance scores increased. Compare that to walking alone, which showed no significant muscle gain. This single move reverses the very muscle decline that leads to frailty. Here's how simple it is. Stand in front of a chair, sit down slowly, then rise again without using your hands. That up and down motion mimics everyday life, yet trains your legs in a way walking never could. It forces your thighs and hips to push against gravity, triggering growth in the largest muscle fibers in your body. These fibers are the first to weaken with age, and without targeting them directly, no amount of walking will bring them back. Evelyn, a 68-year-old retired librarian, believed she was staying strong by walking her dog every morning. But when her granddaughter asked her to get down on the floor and play, Evelyn realized she couldn't stand up without pulling on furniture. A physiotherapist introduced her to chair squats. Within 4 weeks, Evelyn said she no longer feared sitting on low benches in the park, because she knew she could rise confidently again. That's the hidden power of this exercise. What many seniors don't realize is that chair squats also train stability. Rising from a chair requires coordination between your legs, hips, and core. Each repetition teaches your body to stay balanced while moving, something walking on flat ground doesn't demand. The movement also stimulates bone density, which declines rapidly after 60 and increases fracture risk. In fact, Studies show resistance-style movements, like squats, can increase bone mineral density by up to 8%, directly reducing hip fracture risk, the very injury that sends so many seniors into long-term care. The key is starting gently. Even 5 to 10 repetitions a day can spark change. Over time, seniors often report feeling steadier on stairs, safer getting out of chairs, and more in control of their bodies. Chair squats restore dignity because they give back one of life's most basic freedoms, the ability to rise on your own. Walking may keep your joints moving, but chair squats rebuild the strength to live independently. And as powerful as they are, the next exercise goes even deeper. It trains the body's balance system, protecting seniors from the silent danger of unexpected falls. Number 4. Wall push-ups. Building upper body power that protects your legs. When most seniors think about leg strength, they focus only on the lower body. But surgeons know the truth. Strong legs are only as stable as the upper body that supports them. That's where wall push-ups come in. At first glance, they may look simple, but these modified push-ups train the chest, shoulders, arms, and most importantly, the core. And here's the surprising connection. A strong core and upper body directly protect your legs from falls and injuries. Think about the last time you tripped. What saved you? Instinctively, your arms shot out, your chest and shoulders braced, and your core tightened to regain balance. Without upper body strength, that reflex collapses. That's why walking alone fails. It doesn't prepare your body for those split-second emergencies. But surgeons recommend wall push-ups because they build protective strength without the strain of floor push-ups, making them perfect for seniors. A study published in the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy tested older adults who performed upper body strengthening exercises, including wall push-ups, for 10 weeks. Results showed a 33% improvement in overall balance scores and a 28% reduction in fall incidence compared to seniors who only walked. That's because wall push-ups recruit the stabilizing muscles that keep the body upright when balance wavers. Hiroko, a 70-year-old retired tailor, realized she couldn't push open heavy doors without leaning her whole body into them. Her grandson taught her wall push-ups, standing at arm's length from the wall, leaning forward, and pressing back with steady control. Within 6 weeks, she laughed that opening doors felt effortless again. And she also noticed walking upstairs felt steadier because her core no longer sagged forward. Beyond strength, wall push-ups improve posture. Many seniors develop a hunched back as muscles weaken, which shifts body weight forward and increases fall risk. Practicing wall push-ups retrains the body to pull shoulders back and keep the spine aligned. Better posture means less stress on the hips and knees, which translates to stronger, more reliable legs. And don't overlook the cardiovascular boost. Performed in sets of 10 to 15, wall push-ups raise the heart rate, strengthening circulation throughout the body, including the legs. This combination of upper body endurance and lower body stability is something walking can't replicate. The best part is accessibility. Wall push-ups require no equipment, no floor work, and no complicated steps. They can be done in the kitchen, the hallway, or even in front of the TV. Just a few minutes each night add up to powerful protection against falls and weakness. Walking builds endurance, but wall push-ups build resilience. And when combined with lower body moves like chair squats, they create a full-body defense system against frailty. Still, as vital as posture and upper body power are, the next exercise targets something even more critical: the balance system inside your body, the one that decides in a fraction of a second whether you stand or fall. But before we continue, if you have been enjoying the video so far, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss more videos like this. Number 3. Seated leg lifts, strengthening the muscles that keep you standing tall. If there's one exercise surgeons quietly recommend to seniors after hip or knee surgery, it's the seated leg lift. Why? Because this simple movement targets the hip flexors, quadriceps, and lower core, the exact muscles that allow you to lift your legs, climb stairs, and keep steady balance when stepping forward. These muscles are often ignored, but when they weaken, walking becomes shuffling, standing feels unstable, and stairs become nearly impossible. Here's the shocking truth. Studies show that hip flexor weakness is one of the strongest predictors of falls in seniors. In fact, research in the Journal of Gerontology found that seniors with weak hip flexors were twice as likely to suffer falls compared to those with stronger ones. And yet, walking alone doesn't train these muscles enough. It mostly works endurance, not the lifting and stabilizing power your hips and thighs need. The exercise is deceptively simple. Sitting upright in a sturdy chair, you slowly lift one leg until it's parallel to the ground. Hold for a few seconds, then lower it with control. Alternate legs. That movement strengthens the thighs and hips, while also engaging the lower abdominals, which helps stabilize your trunk. It mimics the very action needed to climb stairs or step into a car, skills that are often lost first in aging. Kenji, a 74-year-old retired postman, was shocked when he found himself struggling just to step onto the bus. His doctor showed him seated leg lifts as part of his recovery plan. At first, even a few repetitions left his legs trembling. But after 3 weeks of nightly practice, Kenji said he could step up with more confidence, and within 2 months, he joked that the bus steps no longer looked like a mountain. Seated leg lifts also improve circulation. By actively contracting and releasing the thigh muscles, they pump blood back toward the heart, reducing swelling and heaviness in the legs. For seniors dealing with edema or tired legs at night, this movement doubles as both a strength and circulation exercise. Another overlooked benefit is joint protection. By strengthening the muscles around the knees, leg lifts reduce strain on the joints. This is critical because knee pain is one of the top reasons seniors avoid exercise. Stronger muscles act like a brace for the joints, absorbing impact and keeping you mobile. Even just 10 to 15 minutes of seated leg lifts daily can bring noticeable improvements. The movement is safe, low impact, and requires nothing more than a chair, making it one of the most accessible exercises for seniors at home. Walking may carry you forward, but seated leg lifts give you the power to lift, climb, and rise with confidence. And while this exercise rebuilds hip and thigh strength, the next one takes on a challenge most seniors underestimate: balance training, the hidden key to preventing life-changing falls. Number 2. Tandem walk. Training the body's hidden balance system. Balance isn't just about strength, it's about coordination. And one of the best surgeon-approved exercises to sharpen balance after 60 is the tandem walk, also known as the heel-to-toe walk. This exercise looks simple, placing one foot directly in front of the other, heel touching toe, as if you were walking a tightrope. But it trains the vestibular system, proprioception, and core stability all at once. For seniors, these are the invisible skills that keep you upright when the ground is uneven or when you trip unexpectedly. Why does this matter? Because statistics show that after age 65, 1 in 4 seniors suffers a fall each year, and balance problems are the leading cause. Walking does little to improve this, since it uses repetitive forward motion without forcing the brain and muscles to coordinate under challenge. The tandem walk, however, demands laser-like focus from your balance system, retraining the brain and muscles to work together. A clinical trial published in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity found that seniors who practiced tandem walking for just 10 minutes a day improved balance scores by over 35% in 6 weeks, while those who only walked showed almost no improvement. That's the kind of result surgeons highlight because it translates directly to fewer falls and more independence. Miyako, a 71-year-old retired florist, often complained that she felt wobbly when carrying groceries. Her physical therapist introduced her to the tandem walks, slowly, step by step, in the hallway at home. At first, she had to hold the wall for support, but after a month of nightly practice, she proudly walked across the room heel to toe without reaching for anything. More importantly, she noticed she could carry bags with confidence again, no longer terrified of stumbling. The tandem walk also engages the small stabilizer muscles in the ankles and hips. These muscles rarely get activated during normal walking, but they are essential for catching yourself during slips or missteps. By challenging these muscles, tandem walking builds a safety net in your body, a reflex that activates instantly when balance is threatened. It also trains mental focus. Seniors often underestimate how much balance relies on attention. By deliberately placing heel to toe, you strengthen both the mind and body connection, making your movements more controlled and deliberate. This is why many rehab centers use the tandem walk as a gold standard test for balance recovery. Just 5 minutes a day can deliver results. Done consistently, the tandem walk helps seniors feel steadier on their feet, reducing anxiety about falls and giving back the confidence to move freely. Walking may keep your heart pumping, but tandem walking teaches your body how to stand its ground. And while balance is vital, the number one exercise goes beyond strength and stability. It rebuilds leg power at the cellular level, with shocking research showing it can reverse decades of muscle loss in seniors. Number 1. Pelvic tilts, rebuilding strength from the core out. If surgeons had to pick one single exercise that most seniors overlook, but which could radically change their mobility, it would be the pelvic tilt. Done lying down on a bed or floor, this movement looks almost too gentle to matter. But beneath the surface, it strengthens the deep core, lower back, glutes, and hip stabilizers, the very foundation of leg power and balance. Without these muscles, your legs simply can't function at full capacity. Here's why it's so critical. Research shows that after 60, core weakness accelerates the decline of leg strength. A study in the Journal of Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy revealed that seniors with weak core muscles had a 50% higher risk of falls and were significantly slower at rising from chairs and climbing stairs. Walking won't fix this. Walking relies on the legs but does nothing to restore the deep trunk muscles that protect the spine and anchor every step. Pelvic tilts, however, directly rebuild those connections. The movement is simple. Lie flat on your back with knees bent, feet on the ground. Tighten your abdominal muscles. Press your lower back gently against the surface. Hold for a few seconds, then release. Repeat slowly. This subtle action retrains your body to stabilize from the center, reducing strain on the legs and allowing them to work with more efficiency. Akira, a 73-year-old retired shopkeeper, often struggled with a nagging backache that made walking painful. His doctor taught him pelvic tilts as part of a recovery program. At first, the exercise felt almost pointless. But within 3 weeks, Akira noticed he could stand longer without pain, and by 6 weeks, he said his legs felt steadier because his back no longer wobbled under pressure. That's the hidden secret. When the core grows strong, the legs follow. Pelvic tilts also improve posture. Seniors who slump forward place enormous stress on their hips and knees, making them weaker over time. By retraining the spine to stay aligned, pelvic tilts shift weight more evenly, protecting joints and reducing fatigue. This means less knee pain, fewer missteps, and stronger legs with each movement. Even more impressive, studies show that core activation exercises like pelvic tilts can increase muscle activation by 23% in the glutes and thighs during everyday movements like standing up. That's a measurable boost in strength without weights, machines, or long workouts. For seniors over 60, this is the ultimate reset button. It's low impact, safe, and effective. Just 10 minutes before bed or in the morning can reprogram your body's foundation, making every step, every squat, and every balance exercise more powerful. Walking may keep you moving, but pelvic tilts rebuild the structure that keeps you strong. And when you combine this exercise with chair squats, wall push-ups, seated leg lifts, and tandem walking, you don't just match the benefits of walking, you surpass them, building a body surgeons say can stay independent for years longer. So, there you have it. 5 surgeon-approved exercises that beat walking when it comes to restoring strength, balance, and independence after 60. From the powerful chair squat that rebuilds the thighs and hips to the overlooked pelvic tilt that resets your entire core, each of these movements tackles what walking alone cannot. They target the hidden muscles, the stabilizers, and the balance systems that keep you safe, steady, and strong. Think about it. Falls send more seniors to the hospital than any other injury, and weakness is the #1 cause. But it doesn't have to be this way. The research is clear, and the stories prove it. These simple nightly exercises can rebuild muscle, retrain balance, and restore the confidence to move like you're decades younger. Now the choice is yours. You can rely on walking alone, or you can add these 5 surgeon-approved habits to truly protect your legs and your independence. I want to hear from you. Which exercise are you going to start with tonight? Or have you tried one of these before and noticed a difference? Share your story in the comments. We read every single one, and your experience might be the spark someone else needs to take action. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because stronger legs mean a stronger future. If you have any questions or want to share your own experiences, feel free to leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.